Who was responsible for Jesus' death?
I'll make my own decisions. What a stupid thing to say. Lord, I need you every day.
I was going to do this later on in the year, but seeing as though they put it in the middle of the Super Bowl, it's fresh in our minds right now, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Actually, this one is pretty sound. Honestly, this is my favorite part of their campaign. It says this. The article says this. When someone is wrongly convicted, who is responsible? The real perpetrator of the crime? The officers who made the wrongful arrest? The prosecutor who used misleading evidence? The jury that determined a guilty verdict? The judge that swings the gavel? The countless others that felt in their hearts something wrong was being done but stayed silent? The way Jesus responded in the face of injustice suggests we're asking the wrong question when we ask, who is to blame? When he was nailed up on a cross, he audibly forgave the people that put him there. He didn't hold anyone responsible. When Jesus was the object of injustice, he chose forgiveness. And he called others to look inward and do the same. In a world of finger pointing and blame placing, Jesus' approach is radical. And to take it further, I'm calling us out too, you and me, for putting him on that cross. Because if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have needed to go to the cross. We are the reason he chose to lay down his life. And we are the reason he was beaten to a bloody pulp before he was nailed down. We are the reason he came to pay our debt. That's real love, especially when he knew he would be rejected by most. Who is responsible for Jesus' death? You should raise your hand too. Have you accepted this paid for gift? Paid for, in full. Pardon granted. Do you want to? It's your choice. If you answered yes to that, check out my video on Soteriology 101. I'll put the link in the description for you so you can go and see it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. All things were created through him, and apart from him not one thing was created that has been created. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. That light shines in the darkness, and yet the darkness did not overcome it. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was created through him, and yet the world did not recognize him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, he gave them the right to be children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of natural descent, or of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. We observed his glory, the glory as the one and only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. Indeed, we have all received grace upon grace from his fullness. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the one and only Son, who is himself God and is at the Father's side. He has revealed him. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button right there and hit the bell. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. And I will see you next time. As the early Christians used to say, Maranatha.
This is why he gave us life. So let his love shine through in everything we